Hello everybody and welcome to our second coding class. So today we're going to code a race and it's going to be a race in between a horse, a car and an airplane. And we're going to try and see who makes it first to the finish line. Okay. Now before we start, who do you think is going to win? Let's see. Is a horse faster or slower than a car? Horse is slower, right? So the car is faster. And is an airplane faster or slower than the car? Right, the airplane is faster than the car. So what we're going to code is more or less what happens with that race. So the airplane is going to go faster than the car, than the horse. So we're going to learn all that, okay? And so last week's class we coded the astronaut and the rocket. So some blocks we already know. So we know about this start block, so start on green flag. And if you didn't do last week's class, don't worry about it. More or less everything that you'll learn in this class, you can just do it while you're going through the second class. So there's nothing that you missed from last week. This is the start block. So every line of code will start with a start block. And this is when the program starts. So start on green flag. Start when you press for it to start, okay? We're going to use a movement block because it's a race. So we're going to need everybody to move in one direction. So this is the move right block. And again, this will be super easy when we start coding. This is how we end each line of code. So when we reach the end of a line of code, we're going to do an end block. We already used this last week as well. This is a sound block. So we're actually going to record our voice and then play it back. Okay, so we're going to record 3, 2, 1, go. And then we're going to use some more complicated ones this week. So these are message blocks. Because we want everybody to start the race at the same time, we're going to send a message from the 3, 2, 1, go to the plane, to the car, and to the horse for them to start going at the same time. And they're going to receive that message and start with this envelope here. So you see that the closed envelope is send a message, and then the open envelope is receive a message. It'll be clearer when we're there. And we're also going to learn around orange blocks. So these change certain parameters for the object, so the car, the plane. And this one is a very special one, which is the speed block. And if the speed block looks like this, it goes slower. So it's like somebody almost stopped. If it has like a line, it goes at normal speed. And if it has a lot of lines and it looks like it's running, it goes at super fast speed. So we're going to use different speeds for our horse, car, and airplane, okay? Are you guys excited? I hope so. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our iPad or tablet or computer with ScratchJr installed on it, okay? Now that we're ready, we're going to start ScratchJr. So you go here to ScratchJr on your iPad or tablet or computer. We're going to start the app. And when we do, you're going to see that the first screen has this home and this question mark. We're going to start by pressing the home. Now, you're going to go to a screen that has all the projects, all the coding projects that you've done so far. You might have a lot of them, or you might not. Anyway, you always start by a new one up here on the left. So if you see this square with the plus sign, we're going to press there. And now, anytime you create a project, ScratchJr automatically puts the cat. So the cat's name is ScratchJr. We're not going to use him for this coding project, so we're going to take him out. We're going to press on him with our finger, long press, okay? And when you do that, he's going to start wiggling. Press on the red cross, and he will disappear. So you've taken him out, okay? Now we're going to choose our background for the race. And the way we choose a background is that we go all the way up to the top. So you see here it has like this rectangle with the blue and the green. We're going to press on that one. And we're going to choose a new background. In my case, I have a lot of backgrounds that I've made. But if you scroll down, so with your finger, just press anywhere on the screen and scroll down, so like swipe up, you'll see that it has some default backgrounds by ScratchJr. If you haven't built any background, this is what you're going to see anyway. So the first one is kind of this field or farm. Then you have a park. Then you have suburbs. And then you have this one, which is city. So it's the one that has the street and all the apartment buildings. You press on it with your finger to select it, and then you press on the tick box on the top. Okay, so I'll do that again. Press on it with your finger, and then up here you have the tick box. So you press on that tick box and you get the background, okay? Now, after we have the background, we can start adding our objects. So in our case, we're going to have a race between a horse, a car, and an airplane. So let's get that horse, that car, and that airplane. We go to the left. So under ScratchJr in the house, you have this plus sign and this rectangle. So press on it, and you'll get to the characters. In my case, I've been coding quite a lot, so I have a lot of new characters here. But in your case, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. You might start with the animals already, so the non-custom ones. So if you start scrolling down, you're going to see a dog, a rabbit, and the horse. So press on the horse and press on the tick box, okay? And the horse will get on your screen. However, the horse is pretty big, okay? So let's put all the objects and you'll see what I mean, okay? So we go here to the plus sign again. So under the horse, so you see the horse now is here as well on the left. Under the horse, you're going to have a plus sign. So we're going to press on that. And now we're going to scroll down until we see a car, okay? So keep going down. And you have all these. So you have people without faces, bicycles, and the red and the blue car. I'm going to use the blue car, okay? So we're going to press on the car, but instead of pressing on the tick box, okay, you see this paintbrush here? We're going to press on that paintbrush. And now we can paint our car. We could change its color, but we can do something really cool, which is add our face to it. So if you go here down to the bottom right, you have this camera symbol. So you see the bucket and the camera. Press on the camera. So we're going to press right there. And now with your finger, you're going to want to press right in the middle of the face. So right here in the middle is where I'm going to press. And you'll see that it now goes to this camera mode, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my face more or less where the camera, where in the middle of the face of the car. And I'm going to press on the picture on the bottom. So I'm now the driver of the car. Isn't that cool? When we've done that, you can go up here and press the tick box. I'll give you 1 second to do that. And we have this car with us driving, okay? You'll see that it's also pretty big, right? Well, we'll make it smaller, don't worry. So, we're just missing the plane. So, horse, car, and now if we go to this plus sign here with the square and press on it, so just beneath the car, we're going to get another object. So we're going to get a plane. We're going to scroll down. So just with your finger, just scroll down. And you have bicycle, bicycle, cars, and this yellow plane, okay? Press on the plane with your finger. And then instead of pressing the tick box, press on the paintbrush. And we're going to go again into this paint mode, where we could change the color of the plane if we wanted to. We could change a lot of things. But we're just going to put ourselves as the pilot of the plane too. Or if you want, you can make your dad or your mom the pilot of the plane. So we're going to go to the bottom right, where you see you have like the scissors, the bucket, and then you have like this symbol of a camera. So we're going to press on that one. And with our finger, we're going to press right in the middle of the face, the empty face, okay? So press on that, and we're going to go again into camera mode. So now you can paint. I'm going to use myself as well, so I kind of put the camera there and then take a picture. But you could also do the picture of your dad or your mom or whoever's helping you code. Okay? When you have done the picture, press on the tick box. And we have all three of our objects. So you should have a horse, a car, and a plane. Now the only thing is, they're pretty big, even if we move them to where they have to start. Okay, so let's start by putting them where they should be. Put your finger on the plane and drag it. Oops. Put your finger on the plane. If it wiggles and you don't want to take it out, just press anywhere on the screen and it will stop wiggling, okay? Put your finger on the plane and drag it up. So I'm swiping with my finger, like here, and swipe, okay? Up there. And we're going to make him a little bit smaller. And the way we do that is by using the purple blocks, okay? So we're going to go down here, and you see you have yellow, blue, purple, green, orange, and red blocks. We're going to go to the purple ones, and we're going to select the shrink block. And that is this one here. So you see that it has like 3 people and then 1 small person? We're going to grab that block and bring it down. So put your finger on it and drag it down. We're going to press it once, with our finger. So press here once, twice, 3 times. Okay? And you'll see that the plane now is much, much smaller. We're going to do the same thing for the car. So if you press on the cars on the left, so you see here the plane which has this yellow box, we're going to press the car. So pressing on the car, you're going to see the yellow box around the car here on the left. Okay? We're going to go to the purple blocks and drag down that shrink block. Okay? And we're going to press it 1, 2, 3 times. So just press it on that shrink block. And now we're going to put our finger on the car and drag him to the street, because that's where cars race, on the street. Okay? So just drag him to where you want him. And now the last one is the horse. So up here on the left, so under ScratchJr in the house, we're going to press on the horse. And pressing on it, you should have the yellow box around the horse. And now we're going to go to the purple blocks and drag down that shrink block. So drag down that shrink block and press it 1, 2, 3 times. Okay? And we're going to press on the horse and drag him here to the green part, because that's where horses race, on the green. I think they prefer that than the air or the road. Okay? So now we should have all 3 of our objects here on the left ready to race. So let's start coding. Okay? What is the first thing that happens when you start a race? You say 3, 2, 1, go. So let's start our coding with that. We go to the yellow blocks. We go to the yellow with the green flag. And we drag that one down next to the head of the horse. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is record our voice saying 3, 2, 1, go. So we go to the green blocks. And you have this one here with a microphone. So we press the microphone. And this square appears. We're going to press on the record button. And after pressing record, we're going to say 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. And when we finish recording, we press the tick box. Okay? So I'll let you guys do it. 3, 2, 1, go. And then press the tick box. And there's a new microphone that appears. Okay? So the first thing that we do is going to have this saying 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to drag it right next to the green flag. Okay? After we've done that, we're going to tell all the objects to go, to start racing. And the way we do that is with messaging. So we're going to go again to the yellow blocks, and we're going to grab this message block over here. So this one with the closed envelope is the one that says send a message to everybody. So we're going to drag that one down, and we're going to put it next to our microphone. Okay? And that's all that we have to do for now in this line of code. So we go to the red blocks, we go to the one without arrows, and we drag it down. Okay? You'll see that this purple one, we're not really using it for anything. So it's kind of isolated there, and it's only in the way. So to take it out, you just press on it and drag it up. Okay? And it will disappear because we don't need it. It was just to shrink the horse or the car or the airplane in that time. So now that we have our 3, 2, 1, go, and we're sending a message to everybody to go, we're actually going to code their race. So we're going to go to the yellow blocks. We're going to go to this open envelope, which is receive message, and we're going to drag that one down to a different line of code. So we're actually doing 2 lines of code within the horse. And we're going to tell the horse to start racing and to go slowly because he is the slowest one. So that is the orange block. And you'll see that here in the middle of the orange blocks, you have this one that has the person with the lines. We're going to use that one. That's a set speed. So we're going to drag that one down and put it right next to the envelope, the open envelope. And beneath it, there's this triangle. So if we press on the triangle, you'll see that you have 3 different types of people. So one is kind of stopped, so it looks like he's just walking. The other one seems to be walking faster because he has all these lines. And then there's one walking super fast. We're going to go to the slow one because we're telling the horse to go slow. Okay? And then we're going to tell the horse to move. So we're going to go to the blue blocks, and we're going to go to the one to move to the right. So he's on this side of the screen. We want him to move that way. So There we go. We're going to drag that one down and put it here. You'll see that it has a number under it. So this is telling the horse to move one block to the right. We're going to want him to move all the way to the other side of the screen. So for now, let's put 16, okay? And the way we do that is we press on the 1. We're going to press on 1 and 6. So 1 and 6 on that calculator that appears. And you should have a 1 and a 6 beneath it, okay? And we're going to do one more thing when he arrives, which is he's going to make a horse sound. So we go again to the green blocks. We go to this microphone. We're going to press it. The microphone recording screen will appear. We're going to press on the red one. And we're going to record. And the tick box. Okay, so I'll let you do it. Press record and make a noise sound. So I did but you can do any noise sound that you want. And the second microphone that appears after you press the tick box, we're going to drag it down next to the blue one, okay? And then we're going to finish that line of code by using the red blocks and the red one without the arrows, okay? So, quickly, what did we do? We said, for when the program starts, say 3, 2, 1, go, and send the message to everybody to start going, which is this orange envelope. The horse receives the orange envelope, which says, start doing this. It's going to go slowly. It's going to move 16 times to the right, and then it's going to say a horse sound. And that's all that it does. Okay? Are you guys there? Awesome. Now we're going to code our car, which has a very similar line of code. We're going to press on the car up here on the left, so you'll see that the horse had the yellow square. Now the car should have the yellow square. And you should have no coding here on the bottom. We're going to start coding. We don't need the shrinking block, so we're going to press on it and drag it up and let it go. And we're going to start coding only the race. So in the case of the car, we've already said 3, 2, 1, go, and he just has to start moving. So we're going to start with the yellow blocks and the receive message, okay? So we're going to drag that receive message block, so the open envelope, not the closed one, the open one, down. We're going to go to the orange blocks, and we're going to drag down the speed block, okay? So we're going to drag that one down and put it next to the envelope. If you press on the triangle under it, so under the speed block, that triangle there, you're going to see that you have slow, the walking speed, and the super fast. In the case of the car, we said that he was faster than the horse, but slower than the plane. So we're going to use the one in the middle, okay? We're going to go to the blue blocks, the movement blocks, and drag down this arrow to the right, same as the horse. And we're going to press on the 1 under it. And we're going to write 16 in the calculator, 1 and a 6. Okay, so it also moves in the same direction as the horse. And we're going to make a car sound. So we're going to press the green blocks, and we're going to record by pressing the microphone a car sound. So press on the red dot and go vroom, 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 vroom. And the tick box. I'll let you record it. So press the red dot, make a car sound, and you'll see after you press the tick that this new microphone appears. Drag that microphone down next to the arrow, the movement arrow. And that's all our car needs to do. So we're going to press the red blocks and drag down the red block without the arrows to end the line of code. Okay? Now, something's beeping out there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it seems there's an alarm or something. So now we're going to code our last object, which is the plane. So here on the left, press where the plane is, and you'll see that the plane now has like a yellow square around it, okay? And you should see there's no lines of code except for that purple shrink block. We don't need it, so we're going to drag it up so that it disappears, okay? And now we're going to do a very similar line of code to the car and to the horse. He's going to receive a message, so we go to the yellow blocks. We go to the open envelope. We drag that one down. We're going to go to the speed, so we go to the orange blocks, and we drag down the one with the person and the lines. We're going to press on the triangle under it, and we're going to go to the super fast. Okay, because the plane is the fastest of them all. We're going to go to the movement blocks, the blue ones, and we're going to drag out the movement block to the right. And we're going to press under it, this 1, and change it to 16. So exactly what we did for the horse and for the car. The only difference is that the plane will go faster. And we're going to record an airplane sound. So we go to the green blocks. Hear the microphone. We're going to press on the microphone. We're going to press on record, and we're going to do a plane sound. In my case, it's going to go zoom and tick. Okay? You can record any plane sound that you want. And that microphone that appears, we drag it down next to the blue block. Okay? And we finished coding our plane. Okay? So we go to the red block, and the one without the arrows, we drag it down. Okay? So we should have this line of code. So to recap, what we've done is, we're going to count 3, 2, 1, go. And then there's a message that goes at the same time to the car, to the horse, and to the airplane. And all 3 of them are going to decide how fast they go, because we told them. Go 16 steps to the right, say their noise, and then stop. Okay? So now we're going to execute it, because our program should be ready. So for that, we're going to go into full screen mode. All the way here on the top, you see like this square with the lines in the corners? We're going to press on that one. It goes into full screen. And now we press the green flag. Okay?
3,
and you
2,
should hear
1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. And they should all move
Vroom, 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 vroom.
and make their sounds.
I'm gonna record.
You guys got it? That's so cool. So you just coded your first race. Okay? I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to try and post one coding class every week, and I hope you'll join me for more coding, because we're going to do more and more things. So the idea is that you guys learn to code things by yourselves with this, and you can invent whatever you want. That's the brilliance of coding. So I'll see you guys next week. Hope you have fun. Enjoy your race. Bye.